We need to do a hard pivot into the world of femtech, which is a controversial phrase describing a part of the startup and technology space that Natasha wanted to quibble with. And I think it's a good point. So I want to hear you out, Natasha, on why femtech is a crap phrase that we should probably not use.
Say that very carefully. Femtech.
What did I say?
It sounds like fintech a little bit.
Oh,
sorry, from fintech. So
sorry,
fem,
fem.
From fintech to femtech.
Yes. So I apologize that I sound like a drunken sailor shooting for whales. Femtech, not fintech. Natasha, please.
Yeah, I mean, I think femtech is the wrong term for a couple reasons. One, people use the term to describe just products that women use versus women health products, which is problematic. For example, Revel is a company that helps elder women bond with each other and create experiences. They are not a women's health product, but just because they focus on women, people are saying that they're a femtech company, which is a problem. Also, the term kind of discounts the trans experience, people who don't identify in the femme category, but are an addressable customer in the category that people are using. I think that it's just an exclusive term, and I hate it so much. And, I don't think that I'm having a lot of struggles with thinking of companies off the whim right now, but I think with like Roe, for example, we don't hear, man tech or male tech. And I don't think we need to unnecessarily genderize a sector of technology.
No, I agree with all that. But in this case, we do have a company that raised money that is aimed at women. It's called Willow. It does wearable breast pumps. It's raised $55 million. And this is on the agenda today because our producer, who has children, raves about this product. And so it gets a in-house endorsement for being usable. And $55 million led by NEA and Meritech Denny is always going to catch our attention, including they've raised a bunch of money total, I think, right?
They've raised $155 million in total. And, I had no idea about this space because I don't have kids. So it's not something I have to think about on a day-to-day basis. But apparently, Willow joins Naya Health, Medela, Lacino, and a bunch of other companies that are trying to make breast pumping much more efficient and comfortable. I mean, one of the things that Willow's sort of two major innovations, according to them, are one, it's cordless, so you can wear it on the go, so you're not restricted. You don't have to sit and pump, was their language. You can go and pump. You can run and pump. Which presumably allows you to be a little more efficient given, the kids are at home, school's closed, and a lot of things are going on. And then they also emphasize unique suction. And I got to be honest, like when I read this, I was thinking about that advertisement from Oric years ago about, or Dyson, about their unique suction vacuum cleaners. But what they argue is that you really need to have the right properties of suction in order to pull the milk out of the breast. You can tell how much I know about this, by the way. It really helps to have a husband to figure these sorts of products out. You're literally talking to the person. It's like asking me a pop culture question. But if you get the suction right, then the milk comes out of the breast much more easily, and therefore it's a higher quality product. That's the argument for Willow. Clearly, it's selling to VCs because they've raised a lot of money.
And hardware is freaking expensive. I know a ton of companies that have shut down in the space. I know Moxley got acquired by Medela, but then kind of got tossed to the side. And I feel like that's probably why we're seeing a breast pump company raise so much money, is the costs are probably very high.
Hardware is always hard, right? Hardware is always expensive. But the thing I think we've learned, particularly in the exercise space the last couple of weeks with Peloton, Mirror, and we've talked about some others who have joined that space is, people will pay for high quality products. I mean, I might joke about Dyson and suction, but the reality is that, you breast pump every day. It's a common thing. It's actually quite painful. And so if you can actually have a much more comfortable product that's much more convenient, I don't know how much, do we know how much Willow's product costs?
I was just about to say about $500.
It's a $500 product, which sounds like a lot, but you're going to breastfeed for, potentially a year or two. And even beyond that, if you have multiple kids, you'll reuse it. So to me, it's an easy argument for an investment. It's a couple of pennies a day for you. So it makes total sense if this is something that's helpful for you.
And Moxley's product was something around $80. So maybe $500 is the better price point to stay afloat.
I mean,
Well,
there's
the
got to be better
$80
margins baked into that dollar amount. With $500, you can have some real margins. $80 is really thin.
Well, you
to
can have a
generate
high
any
quality
material margins
product.
from.
I mean, the alternative, of course, is just a manual pump, right? And so when you're at $80, I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference that it's worth actually spending that.
The question is how many new moms can afford $500? I don't know. I've given up trying to understand where the U.S. economy is in the coronavirus era because people seem to have either no money at all or a helicopter. So it's hard for me to tell where that lands.
But how many mothers are worth $500?
Every single one.
Priceless.
There you go.
Priceless. Thanks. Hopefully my mom hears me from upstairs.